Hi, I'm Kathleen Perez,
And I'm Josh Perez.
and we're here to talk about our experience with the Brandon Drew Group. I was actually referred to the Brandon Drew Group through a friend. What stood out for me was their response time. I would get replies from them real quick, within minutes, when we were going through our paperwork, if we had questions, if we needed numbers, when we were determining whether we wanted to put in a offer. So that really stood out. They were very responsive.
So we were able to give a conventional 30-year fixed loan. And with their programs and their offers, we were able to get out of the PMI, so it lowered our interest rate and our monthly payment. So,
What another thing that they did offer us was a firefighter incentive because he's a first responder. So that was also something that they offered us, which we were really interested in. They really worked around his schedule, which is very difficult around that time with COVID and him being at work a lot. It took a lot of stress off of us when we were looking through for houses because his availability was very restricted, but they were always available for us.
so working with them as a team is basically they would bounce information off of each other and then give us the appropriate information. So if I ever had a question and Robert was unavailable, Colleen would get to me right away and she would give me the information that we needed, which usually has to do with like numbers or information like, house payments and what we had to do to get into a house.
So not only did they communicate with us, but they communicated with our realtor. So it kept us all up to date and on the same page. So there wasn't, I really didn't feel like I ever had to clarify. Everybody was always on the same page. And then whenever I contacted their office staff, they were aware of our situation too. So it was flawless for me.
Yeah, so in the beginning, when we first started communicating with Robert and Colleen and the Brandon Drew group, they would call us every day. And not only that, but it was very up to date and modern. So it wasn't just like email, it was phone calls, emails, and text messages. And so there was multiple ways of being able to get a hold of them, and they were always available.
So with our busy schedules and the availability during this time, it was really nice that Colleen and Robert were able to send a notary out to my husband's job so that we could get all of our papers signed, and they did it from one day to the next. We had the appointment, the notary showed up on time, everything was signed, and everything stayed on schedule. I think we actually closed a week sooner than we were supposed to close.
Well, for me personally, it's going to be the incentives and the ability to get us out of PMI and the programs that they offered us. That's what I think benefited me the most, or was beneficial for me to work with them. Yeah.
They were very knowledgeable in every aspect of buying a house, doing our credit check, making sure that we don't purchase anything new, or just if there were any questions or issues, they would have an answer for it. Yeah, it was flawless. For me, it was just an overall good experience for me. I think that they hit every aspect of working with their customers and keeping them happy. I mean, we were really happy. I don't feel like I had any complaints.
So when I went with another lender, they gave me bad pre-qualification, so higher interest rate and low purchasing amount. So when I went with the Brandon Drew group, they gave me a great interest rate, and then the amount that they gave us for us to buy a home was a lot higher, which was really beneficial for us.
If you're looking to buy a home, I do recommend the Brandon Drew Group. They're very attentive. They took care of our every needs. We did shop around and they responded very quickly, and they were very knowledgeable in everything that they were doing, and it gave me a sense of peace and just knowing that I'm going to be with somebody that's going to take care of our needs.
There are a lot of guys that I work with that are trying to buy homes, and I tell them about the Brandon Jew Group all the time.
Yeah, I also referred my sister-in-law and brother-in-law to them also because they're going to be buying their home shortly.